Hi, beautiful. How are you? All right. So I was looking all over trying to find a map for doing our dowsing class today. And I was having a hard time finding it. I'm just saying. I gotta turn my notifications off. So who is excited? Can't hear me when I do that. Who's excited? Like, do you even know what dowsing is? Are you going, well, that could be cool, but I don't even know what dowsing is, right? Sorry, my stand's like trying to tip over. Tip over. Yes, yes, yes. All right, so let me finish sharing this out. There we go. I'm always like, I don't even know where it is. My brain's not all the way working yet today. Okay. Anywho. Okay. I gotta take this off. Like, my office is so hot now. Alright, so I gotta set some intention in here before I start dowsing. And part of that is actually dowsing, okay? So, when you're dowsing, one of the very first things that you have to do is you gotta clear all those energies out. You guys are pointing up into the sky. Pardon me. Yeah. So, yeah. You gotta clear away all the... You gotta clear away, like, pretty much all the energies. Like, I'm not gonna say just negative or positive. You just gotta clear it out. You gotta clear all the things out, because the way dowsing works is that... Okay, one way of describing it is that you're tapping into the all-knowing mind, okay? So the theory with the all-knowing mind is that your mind already knows everything. It's just we simply can't access that information. Because, like, in reality, we only use, what was it, like 10%? Like, I don't even think we use 10% of our brain. We use just the tiniest little smidgen of our brain. And so the idea that we could be using more of our brain and the possibilities of what we could do with that much power, wow. So dowsing taps into that along those lines. Now that's just one way to describe it, okay? Another one is just tapping into, another way of explaining it is you're tapping into the spiritual realm. Or you're tapping into the knowledge of the universe. So, I had this all worked out in my head, how I was going to say this. And now I'm like here and I'm just like, yeah, I don't like the way that sounded. What? I tell you guys, sometimes I'm, yeah. Okay, so anyway, the problem is when you're dowsing, if you want something, if you have like really high emotions with certain things, it's going to give you it's going to give you the exact answer that you knew you were going to get. So if you want it too much, it's going to give you that answer, not the real answer. Or if it is something that you are like going, oh, please God, don't let it be this, don't let it be this, don't let it be this, don't let it be this. And then it is that, and you're like, oh my God. High emotion. You can't have high emotion. You can't want it. You can't want it, okay? And the universe is funny. So, if you do a lot of manifesting, it's a lot like praying, to be completely honest. But it's more than that. Honestly, praying is a form of manifestation. My tongue, right? So, it is, how to explain this in the simplest of terms, because manifestation has so many complex layers to it. Manifesting is not difficult. It just has a lot of working layers to it. So manifesting is basically making your dreams reality. Or a really tight spot and we're losing connection. Hi, how are you? Okay, so manifesting, it's the same as like if you kneel down and you start praying and you just believe with your whole heart and soul that God is listening, that God will protect you. That is a form of manifestation. So just like that example, when you pray of believing whole heart and soul, when you are manifesting, you have to believe whole heart and soul that is really coming into your life already. And it is true. However, you set yourself up for roadblocks more often than not, okay? So I'm just saying, when you get out there and you start doing that thing and then you get like right up to the line and then you just like chicken out. Well, that's simply because you just hit your primal instincts. You know everything up to that point. You already know that it's safe in this, like, your comfort area, and you hit up that point, and it actually triggers the very bottom of your brain, which is where your primal instincts lay, which is what keeps us safe. Like in the wilds, your primal instincts keep you safe. I'm just saying. And it's like, I don't know what's beyond that, so that's scary shit. You're not doing that. Run away! Run away! But that happens because during your manifestation, you're not believing full heart, body, and soul, essentially, that you are safe. So like when you kneel down to pray, you're putting it in the hands of your God or gods. And you know that they're not going to let anything happen to you, that they will keep you safe in the meantime while this happens. But when you are just manifesting for yourself, you don't give yourself those same reassurances that you're safe. Okay? And so dowsing works along those same lines. And if you're not, you have to be very careful with how you use your words, the actual questions that you use, okay? So another thing that people say that dowsing is actually just talking to the spirits, okay? No different than reading tarot or doing like a Ouija board or just going into deep meditation and calling out to your ancestors, things like that. That's all it is. Okay, so that's another way to look at what dowsing is. So dowsing is something that is thousands and thousands of years old. It is something that has been used even throughout the Bible and all the things. Okay, so like if you've ever heard of the term a water witch is just that she's witching for water. She's dowsing for water. She's using a dowsing rod. Now there's different types of dowsing tools, okay? So, I don't remember exactly when it was that video went out, but like I did, I posted out on YouTube, a video about muscle testing. So muscle testing is the exact same thing. It's just a form of dowsing. So like you can go through and your whole body you want, like touching different parts on your body, and it correlates to actual organs in your body. Like look into hand mapping, things like that. It's really, really cool. So hand mapping and chakra mapping, because like there are thousands of chakras, okay? Thousands of chakras. It's not just your main 7 or 8, however you want to put it. It's not just like your soul star and your crown and third eye and your throat chakra and your heart chakra and your solar plexus and and your sacral and your root chakra. There's more chakras than that, okay? Just in your own hands. Like you will see before I pick up my dowsing crystal, you'll see me start rubbing my hands and patting my hands. And what that does is that helps activate my chakras. No different than if I were going to start doing your Reiki, because it all works along the same lines, okay? So yeah, it's all tied into the same kind of area. It just depends on your own beliefs as to, you know, how you think that is, it just depends on your own beliefs. So as I was saying, thousands of years old. It's been used thousands of years old. There's even mention of it in the record or in the Bible of like Moses dowsing as he was going along, and you know, and that was normally for water. That was, he was normally water witching when it was mentioned, and that, you know, but that's all a form of dowsing. So you got your muscle testing that you can do. And I did do a video on this. I started saying this. Sorry, guys. I did a video on this a few months back. I don't remember exactly when. It might have even been a year ago. I don't even remember. I don't remember, to be honest. Of muscle testing and muscle dowsing, like how you do this. So you can actually find that on my website. I think I have a link to that particular YouTube video directly on the website. So scroll all the way down to the very bottom and you'll get to our blogs and vlogs, and I'm really not good at writing my blogs lately, so I'm just saying I haven't done any blogs for a while. So, but I believe I have that one in like the energy metaphysicals like blog section or something like that. I just know I did have it on the website not too long ago. Okay. So, yeah, dowsing, it can be talking with your spirits, and with me, I don't know if I really feel, like spirit around when I'm dowsing. It's different. It doesn't feel the same. I don't know. It's been a while since I've dowsed. So maybe. It has been a hot minute since I dowsed. Anyhow. It took me forever to get started. And that's because I needed to find a map. And for a family like ours, we generally have like 50 maps, like all over the place. And I forgot that when we got moved into the house, all of our maps, like 90% of our maps had to go bye-bye. Because they had gotten a little wet in the camp trailer while we were still living in the camp trailer. And we were building a house, and that meant that they got moldy, and we had to toss them. So, don't live in Star Valley in a camp trailer, okay? I'm just saying, not in the wintertime. It's great in the summertime. Great in the summertime. Don't do it in the winter, guys. Don't do it in the winter. It's just, it's not good. It's not good, okay? It's just not good. Okay, so, one of my favorite things to do with dowsing is to do map dowsing. I love doing map dowsing. But, if you guys have questions or anything like that, just drop them down below, and we can always douse for the answer. Now, dowsing is a yes or a no. You do get a maybe sometimes, okay? There's Wyoming. So we're in Wyoming, so we're gonna do Wyoming. Now, I am gonna tell you this is not the best map. I would have liked my Wyoming atlas, but that's okay. That's okay. So, anywho, how many of you are actually in the valley, like right now, right? Are you actually in the valley? Like, this weekend is the Tuscan Gem Show, and I'm like, oh, I wanted to go. I wanted to go. It's so bad. Like Rocky's working and I've got work and just all the things. So we couldn't make the Tuscan Gem show this year. But I will tell you, I'm missing the shows so bad. Like, guys, oh, seriously. So if you are brand new to Dowsing and you're all about and you're just mostly into the actual, like, so if you want to use it for sorry guys, my brain's not working. Okay, so yeah guys, I've got like a slug of books up here. Like there's a lot of books up there. Like, it's actually, there's enough books up there actually that like my shelf is like okay, so speaking along the lines of like shows, Richard Webster, we got this from him down at the Vegas Gold Show years ago, and I tell you, like, why did the GPA get rid of the Vegas Gold Show? Like, seriously, like, it's like a dagger. Oh, the buzzard would be so sad. It'd be so sad, man. But, you know, the GPAA went through a lot of stuff. They did. They went through a lot of things. And they were so active, and they just did so much. I don't even know. I don't even hear anything from the GPAA anymore. And we're like lifetime members, so. But a lot of things have changed, especially since 2021. A lot of things changed. But anyway, a whole nother story, sort of. Okay, so you can use dowsing for lost treasure hunting, guys. Did you know that? Just saying, I'm just saying. Actually, a lot of the coolest finds that we found when we were out in like Nevada and Arizona and all those areas, when we were living on the road for that year, RV in the backcountry. And I say RVing the backcountry, but we really did live in our camp trailer, okay? Like, my kids, my dog, my husband, me, we lived in the backcountry. We only came back down to civilization because we had to dump our tanks. So we could only, like, because most places that we stayed out on was BLM land. And you can only stay in one place for 2 weeks. Well, for 14 days. So, and then you have to move to a new location that is at least 10 miles away. Now, that's for protecting the land itself, and I get that. But that also just happened to be how long our tanks lasted. So, come 2 weeks, we needed to pull back into town to dump and to fill our propane and our water back up. So, but anyway, a lot of the coolest finds that we found. So we did a lot of lost treasure hunting, and, well, not so much lost treasure hunting down that way because we didn't know as many lost treasure stories from the areas that we were actually in, but like we did a lot of like gold prospecting all over the place. Like, I mean, we prospected so many different places, like all the way down Nevada and Arizona and Idaho and why do I keep wanting to say Jackson? Not Jackson. We've done a lot of prospecting up in the Jackson area. But anyway, like Utah but anywho, how we, like, after we'd been out there for a while, like we'd done all the geology and we like the geology work and like just, you know, reading the land and all the things that go along into doing prospecting. And, well, I kind of suck at geology. It's kind of funny. I'm like the science like chick here, and geology does not stick in my brain. It doesn't stick in my brain. Like, you start talking about basalt and like all those things, and I start going, yeah, shit. And like, I get it, but it doesn't, I don't know how to explain it. It doesn't stick in my brain. So I started dowsing for a lot of our locations. So I go through and I just douse for just gold or precious metal. So there a lot of the areas that we were in, they were a mix of like copper, silver, gold. So sometimes I would just douse for just precious minerals, precious metals in general. And like we found some pretty cool places. Like found like the coolest copper vein like ever, like seriously, seriously. Like if that is a place that we could actually mine, that would be awesome. But it's all protected area, so so that one's a no go. So just in case, if you're going out to do treasure hunting or prospecting or even gem hunting, things like that, know your rights, know your laws, okay? So you can go out, like even on protected lands, depending on what the land protection is that they have going on there. So like if it's a lot of the areas we were at, it was just no motorized equipment, and that's pretty standard in a lot of BLM land. And so for us, if we were to go back and to get a claim for that particular area, it would become very difficult because we'd have to horseback everything in there, but we could still claim it. Like we could still like mine it if our claim was approved. However, getting new claims approved is nearly impossible these days. So, but you can go back and reclaim an old claim. So, some old workings and old mine, things like that. You can go back and reclaim those. Takes a lot. Like you do need a claims lawyer at your back. But anyway, dowsing is something that I used a lot. So I did dowsing for like I don't do dowsing rods. Now my mother-in-law and my husband, yeah. In fact, my mother-in-law, I mean, she grabs them and they're just like she's able to tap in. I mean, just like that. My husband, he has a hard time believing. If you don't believe that's going to work, it's not going to work, okay? When I have dowsing rods, I just have a tendency to just find water. Dowsing rods to me is water, I guess. So, I don't do my dowsing rods. Yeah. Now my one daughter, she's like an insane natural at it. But she does not like dowsing. So, we just do it that way. Anywho, so I used to do a lot of map dowsing, not only for precious metals, but I also did map dowsing for like relics. I would do relics or lost treasures, lost treasure relics, old settlements, things like that. And I'll tell you what, some of the neatest places that we went up to were some of them that I dowsed. I had no idea really what we were going to find when we got there. I just knew there was something there. And we'd get up there and it was like these old mines and like these old settlements. And we're like, oh, this is so cool. So some of these places were so far back up there in the middle of no man's land that, you didn't... Like, only a few locals even knew about them. We'll put it that way. It was just the good old local boys that actually knew about them. And not always the case. Not always the case. Sorry, guys. Shaking my camera. So, okay. Alright. So, I'm going to get my dowsing crystal over here. Okay. And let's start dowsing. You guys are like, Crystal, shut up. Shut up. Stop talking. Stop talking. I get it. I get it. I get it. Just joking. Okay, so you can use dowsing to find things. You can use dowsing for yes or no answers. Dowsing is more often than not just used for yes or no answers. Like if you're on TikTok or something like that, you see like you see angel readers all the time. They have a tendency to go by angel readers, and all they're doing is just dowsing. So it's just the, drop your question down below. Yes, like, does Johnny still love me? Kind of thing. It actually makes me laugh. It takes me back to like high school. Like every little girl, like, does Johnny love me? Is Johnny cheating on me? Will Johnny ask me out? Makes me laugh. So that's one reason why I don't do it, guys, because like, I'm sorry, I would just start laughing. If you guys start sending me questions like that, I'm just gonna start laughing. Like, come on. Like, I thought we were out of grade school. Like, seriously. Okay, so this is a great book to get started with if you've never done any dowsing with. But yeah, so you can do dowsing for medical and like figuring out like what's wrong inside your body. You can use it to figure out, even. Okay, I'll get in trouble if I say that. So you can use it, like if you do herbal remedies, you can use it to help identify the herbs that you need. And the amounts. And how often, okay? Okay, so just for the sake of law, I am required to tell you, especially after that little part, that this is for entertainment purposes only. If you have need of if you have need of a professional help, this is not the place to get it. So, sorry, I got distracted. So, I've never seen a body dowsing. Never actually seen that one, but that makes total sense. So, okay, sorry, I got distracted. Anyway, go seek a professional help, guys. A professional, if you need help. Okay, this is for entertainment purposes only. I legally have to say that. Okay. Anywho, so body dowsing. Never actually heard of that, but I totally understand that, actually. Okay, so body dowsing essentially is, if you're out, like, so it'd be a lot like water witching, or if you're out in the field and you're gold witching or copper witching, silver witching, whatever you want to call it. That is actually what it's called. You're witching for water, which is why dowsing also has this bad association with being tied to witchcraft and devil worshipping and all that, even though it has nothing to do with anything bad. You're just simply asking the universe or your all-knowing mind or spirit, which way do I go? Right? Left? Is this yes or is this no? Like, which way do I, what's the answer? So, yeah, that's all it is. It's yes or no question. Yes or no answers. So, body dowsing It's essentially, so like I see what he's doing here, and I can like I understand that. So essentially, you're turning your body into your entire dowsing rod. So like he's standing up and he's got his arm out in front of him like this, and he's like, which way is it? And then well, he's standing up straight, but essentially he's turned his whole body into the dowsing rod. So when he gets to the strongest point, there's a physical reaction within the body. It could be that he gets really lightheaded. It could be that, you know, maybe the arms on his hair, the hair on the back of his arms and his body like starts standing up, or maybe it starts feeling a little bit tingly, things like that. That makes total sense, actually, guys. So if you are attuned to your spiritual side, if you are attuned to listening to your body, if you are attuned to listening to the earth itself, or the energies of rocks, things like that, that's gonna make sense. Okay, I'm just saying that actually makes total sense. So yeah, it's just that's just cool. I've never actually seen that. So the way that would work is like, yeah, you'd find your direction and go, okay, that way, and then you clear. You always have to clear in between every question that you ask, and then it'd be, okay, show me where, and then you'd walk straight forward with being completely clear of thought, clear of outside influence and outside sounds. Like you don't turn music or anything like that on. You want it to be as quiet as possible when you're dowsing. Just the sound of nature. Just the sounds of nature are the best. But then you just walk out until like, ooh, getting a little dizzy, or a little, like, for me, a similar response that I would have in that is I get it right here in the pit of my stomach, right here, my solar plexus. My tongue is not working. But then, yeah, so like I can actually like feel that right there, and I'm not even like actually dowsing. I'm just trying to explain it. So yeah, you just go forward, and then you're just like, okay, all right. So I'm starting to feel a little something right here. So I'm getting close, and then you walk a little closer, until like you're like right on top of it. It'll be the most intense, and if you walk past of it, then it'll start to subside. So that tells you that beep, beep, beep. Okay. So it works kind of like a metal detector, but it gives you direction. Okay. That's dowsing, guys. So whether you're gonna do it like as a full body douse, so I've never actually seen that before, but that makes total sense. Or if you are going to do so if you are going to, I forgot what I was saying. Okay, so you know what? Let's just get into some dowsing fun. Let's just have some fun. Okay? All right. So dowsing is nothing complicated. Don't make it more complicated than it needs to be. It's easy as long as you can clear your mind. Just saying, I'm just saying. If you can clear the mind, you're good. Okay, so I gotta step over here. I'll blind you if I do that. So I gotta step over here for a second because I gotta grab my dowsing crystal. But my chain got messed up, so give me a second to fix this chain. Y'all, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning when I got to bed last night, so I'm like, yeah. You know, when I should do a class, seriously, just on detangling jewelry chains. I swear. I swear, I really should. I should do an entire class just on jewelry chains. Detangling the mess of a jewelry chain. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna fix this really quickly. And it will be just that. It will only take just a moment. So if you have any questions, guys, make sure you drop them down below. I'm happy to answer your questions as we're going, or even if you're just catching the replay, I'm happy to answer your questions. So, and if my energy's feeling a little low today, I apologize. I'm just a little bit, I'm just a little sleepy. I'm a little sleepy. So I've got some big events happening today. So, yeah. And I've been pounding, guys. I've been pounding. So we've got the workshop, the bread baker's workshop for my busy parents. If you haven't heard about that, go check it out. So all the information is on the website. And you can find some awesome little tidbit information there on just over on Milled Artistry on our main page, depending on where you're tuning in from. Okay? And just lots of fun. It's just fun, guys. It's just fun. It's just that simple. It's fun. I almost got this put back together. So this is one reason why I have not released these particular necklaces yet. Because there are some issues with the crystal being this long. And this was perfect up until... Like, this one was actually awesome because it had a triple pendant on it. It was a triple amethyst pendant on it. And then my girls came along and they like ripped on my necklace one day, and then I lost 2 of my amethysts. But anyway, it split my necklace, and then I lost some of my amethysts. So let's do some dowsing. Let's douse, baby. And yes, I will be having some of these coming to the shop as soon as I get some design files worked out. So along those lines, like, seriously, guys, like, we have some really cool stuff, okay? We have some really cool stuff that's in the shop. All right, so I am gonna go set some intention, and just because it's like I get really weird responses, I will not be showing you that part, but it'll only take a second. And get yourself some good books. Like, if you don't have books, get books. Learn, educate yourself. Educate yourself, okay? Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. Okay, so I'm going to set up a book up down here. And then I'm just looking for a piece of paper. Okay, and then push that out of the way. And I need a pencil. And work. Alright, so we're gonna so I'm just gonna draw a simple circle on here, and this is just more along the lines of a reference point. When I'm just dowsing for myself, I don't worry about doing this. But if you're just beginning, this is a great way to get started and to learn the ropes of it, okay? So my husband and I, we do dowsing all the time. especially if we're going out and into the field and we're going to be doing some like lost treasure hunting, things like that, or we're trying to find a really cool new location, a new place. Oh yeah, you better bet I'm gonna douse that shit, man. Oh, I'm gonna do some map dowsing. I'm just saying. I'm gonna be doing some map dowsing. Yeah. Okay. So there's a couple different ways that you can do some of this, okay? So I'm gonna draw a circle on here. Yeah, rip the paper. And then I'm gonna draw it's like really high. Ow, I get that high. That's too high. That's not in the center of the circle. That's not in the center of the circle. And just in case now, I'm not trying to make fun of anybody. I'm just a little strange. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So there's a couple ways that you can do this. And I will show those to you. Okay. So we can do it that way. Or all right, we need let's see. You know what? I think we're gonna do a little witchcraft today, right? Am I scaring you guys yet? I'm a country witch, guys. Witchcraft is not bad. No different than there's good people and there's bad people in the world. There's good spirits, there's bad spirits. Okay? Not all your ancestors are good ancestors. Not all of your spiritual guides are good. And not all bad things are bad. And not all good things are good things. So, yeah, no, just saying. However, I have learned to be very careful with who and what I say certain things to. So, it's just that simple. Alright, so I'm just going to light a little bit of incense over here, guys, and then we will get started. And that's just going to help clear out unwanted energies and help keep our readings nice and clear, and to allow us to have a fun and safe time doing this. So, I think I only set this event for 45 minutes. I don't even know. I don't even know how long I've been on here, to be honest. So mostly I'm just hanging out with you guys. So let's see. Make sure we're still going out. Yeah. We're still going out. Yeah, we're 45 minutes into this or something like that. I've been talking a lot. Okay. So, I'm going to turn the camera down here in just a second. I'm going to be using my amethyst crystal. So, there's a lot of different things that you can use. I heard an old timer once say that you could even use a donkey turd to douse with if you wanted to. And you can use anything you want. You can pick up a little rock, a little pebble, and tie it on and put it on a string, and you can douse with it. And I'm going to show you really quickly what I mean about that. So I do a little fancy circle with an X on it with yeses and no's, okay? So, I'm going to show you how pendant dowsing actually works. So, yeah, like, this used to be one of my dowsing crystals. I used this one as a dowsing crystal for a long time until its chain broke irreplaceably, and I turned it into an earring at that point. But yes, I technically could actually still use this for dowsing with, just like it is. I'm just saying, and it would still do it. Okay, so it does not have to have a point. Down found the hole. All right, so it does not have to have a point, but I do like a point when I'm doing map dowsing in particular. And there's two different ways to do that. So let me get you guys turned. Okay. Hi. Would you like something besides blackness? Okay. There we go. All right. I know you guys can't see. Just a second. Just a second. Let me get this arranged. Okay. And so I got the circle here. Yes and no. Okay. All right. So I'm going to show you this from above just so that you know what it looks like. Okay. I'm going to go clear, because we must clear ourselves. Okay. Show me a yes, please, as a straight line up and down. Okay, hang on. I'm shaking. This is an awkward position for me. Okay. Okay. Show me yes as up and down, please. That's a pretty good answer right there. And see, you can see that it is actually following the line. Okay, maybe you can't see. Let me see if I can hold it this way. Can you show me a yes again, please? Thank you. All right. Show me a no, please. Here, I get to change. I'm trying to keep this like where you can actually see the pendant, but then it just focuses on my fingers. So, you know what, guys? Let's change this position just a smidgen. Just a smidgen. Let's change this so that you can see, but I can also see. And not be bumping my camera the whole time. That's not what I want. So I want to get you guys. Okay, I wasn't trying to rotate my device. I'm just trying to. Sorry, guys. Just try to get you down here where you can actually see. But there, Facebook is not happy with me because I'm moving around too much. Okay, I can't see the screen anymore, guys, with it over there, but here's the curtains. There we go. let's see, how's the light for that? I'll do it that way. Just trying to get the lighting right so you guys can see. Well, if I wasn't in the camera shot, that'd be okay. Or covering it up, I should say. Alright. Let's see what that looks like. What does that look like? Oh, it's kind of cool looking shading wise. It's gonna have to work. Okay. So, let me zoom you in. Aha, I can. Forget I can zoom on Facebook. Too often I can't on others. Okay, so now hopefully you guys will be able to see. I can't see the camera. Okay, can I have a no following the no line, please? No, I can't. Okay. All right. So this is one reason why you always ask, show me a yes, show me a no. So I'm going to get rid of these because it does not want to do that. So, okay. So clear. Okay. And I'm just going to put the point of the crystal right here in the very center. Clear. Show me a yes, please. All right, there's our yes. Thank you. Show me a no now, please. Clear. Thank you. Okay, show me a no, please. Okay, no's following the line. All right. Sounds good. Thank you very much. Okay, so you can generally request how you want this to read. If you want it to, like, show me a circle for yes, or clockwise, or anti-clockwise, you can get it very specific. However, if it doesn't want to do it that way, it's not going to do it that way. So generally, a yes for me is a counterclockwise circle like this. This is generally a yes for me. Okay? But it doesn't want to do that for a yes. It wants to do this for a yes. So I actually had to, I actually put the pendant into the circle for that one, into the circling motion for that, and it instantly like corrected itself for yes. This is yes. So yes is right across my X. So it does not follow the line, whereas no does follow the line, and it goes, so no is going south to north to south. So just like that. So when you're talking about yeses or nos, it's instantly going to just give you those answers, which is exactly why you cannot want it too much. All right. Thank you very much. And you do say please and thank you and all of the things. Be polite, because you're talking to your own inner energy. You're talking to the universe. You're talking to spirit too. And they deserve respect. And when I say they deserve respect, that includes you, dude. Okay? That includes you. And treat yourself with respect, okay? Oh. No cheese. That was a painful pop. Okay. So, your pendant will go like this until it falls into a steady rotation. So this is anti-clockwise. This is generally what I get as a yes. Or it could be clockwise. So I have had it go clockwise for yes and anti-clockwise for no before. That is why you have to ask. So counterclockwise is my normal yes. However, it could be a clockwise circling yes. Okay? And then no can just be a straight line. Maybe often will just stand still. It won't move. Let's see. Let's see what maybe is this time. You generally know what maybe is because it just doesn't do what you want it to. It doesn't give you an answer. Or it will go back and forth between each one. Okay, so I got to get in the right place so I'm not shaking. Okay. Clear. Okay. Clear, please. Thank you. Please show me a maybe. Maybe, baby. Maybe, baby. All right, I gotcha. All right, so you see how it's just kind of wobbling just a little bit there? But like just me breathing is making it go all wonky, whereas otherwise it would stand still. But having said that, it's also going this opposite direction. So that's one reason why having this little tiny circle with an X in it is really helpful. So maybe it's actually just barely going back and forth like this, but just me taking a breath was throwing it this way. Whereas normally, generally breathing does not actually change your pendant. It doesn't move your pendant. Ow. Other than my collarbone's like out of place, so now it's biting, so that could be part of it too. Okay, anyhow. So, it just depends on what your spirit or what your personality is for the day as to how this all ends up reading out. So, generally, you show me a anti-clockwise circle, please. Give me a good, strong counterclockwise circle. So this is my typical yes. Right there, and it just goes around in circles and circles and circles. Show me a no, please. Thank you very much. Can you show me a maybe, please? Thank you. Will you show me a yes? Show me a yes, please. Just maybe babies. Okay. Show me a yes, please. you. Okay. All right, so I'm going to show you how to do some map dowsing now. And we're just going to do some really basics because it is getting later in the day. Okay, so there's a couple different ways that you can do map dowsing. So you can have your pendant. Zoom you guys out just a little bit because otherwise you're not going to be able to see my map. Okay, yeah, I can see. Okay, so you can do it with the actual pendant and move over. Like, where is Riverton? And you stop when you start seeing the slightest movements. Thank you very much. And that is Riverton on the map. So you always start by asking confirmation answers that you know for a fact. Show me Marbleton. So all you do is you go to the point and you see it start moving, and then you slowly move around. So when it starts moving, it means that you're getting close. So now you got to figure out if you keep going straight, or maybe if it's a little bit down, maybe it's a little bit up. So it's going to be in an arrowhead shape from exactly where you start moving from. And then, so you just very slowly move. And, okay. So we got a couple confirmation, like, answers. Okay, we'll do it that way. All right. So, gold. Like, this, oh, we love some gold, okay? Or should we do diamonds? Like, should we do gold or diamonds, guys? We've got both here. Okay. Now, this is not a very good map for doing this kind of a thing. All right. So, in the Star Valley area, get clear. In the Star Valley area, from Alpine down to All Red Flats, do we have a lost treasure? We do have a lost treasure. Woohoo! Nice. Okay, so somewhere between Alpine and All Red Flat, we have a lost treasure. Okay. That doesn't surprise me at all. Okay. Thank you. So, is the lost treasure closer to, well, you know what? Let's just douse it. Let's just do it this way. Okay, calm, relax, and clear. Stand still, please. All right, the lost treasure. All Red Flat. That's a maybe. At All Red Flat? No, near All Red Flat. Is it on the loop? Yes. Is it towards Ham's Fork? No. Okay, stop me when I get close, please. Stand still. Give me yes when I get to it. Okay, starting here. Give me yes when I'm near. Okay. Give me yes when I get near. Okay, thank you. Okay, clear. Okay, so there's one over here. It says at the cutoff that goes down to LaBarge on the Grays River Loop. So somewhere near the LaBarge turnoff and actually down the road, the back road to Cokeville from the Grays River Loop. It says that there's a couple spots there. So, this is just a fun way. Now, it doesn't give you, you can go into details of exactly, is it going to be easy to find? Is it buried? Is it in water? Is it in a bag? Is it in a box? You can go into all the details that you want. Now, I will tell you, the stronger the signal that you get. So, if you happen to notice, when I was coming down here towards Cokeville, I don't know how well you guys can see that. That's a long ways over there for you guys. I apologize. So, anyway, there we go. Now you guys can see. Now you guys can see. And now my stand wants to just tip over. Of course it just wants to tip over. I get you where you can see and then you can't see. Alright, there we go. Okay. Okay, so when I was dowsing it, I was following the Grays River Road here. So this is Grays River right here coming up. And this is Highway 89 coming down through the entire valley. Well, all red flat is here, and I started getting a signal here. Well, it wasn't actually there. I just gave it that far of an area to go. So, and I will tell you, when I was up here at Alpine when I first started, it was circling too. But as I came down the back road that comes here to Cokeville, it started hitting. It hit a couple times, but they were just little itty bitty tiny hits. So let me see if I can show you up here while you're a little bit closer. Okay, so clear. When I get close, please show me. Looking for lost treasures. Okay, so there's one right there. And that's about smack dab halfway down the road. And then something just outside of Cokeville. Interesting. Don't go digging up anyone's personal property, I'm just saying. Now this is such a small scale map that I'm barely moving my pencil because that covers a massive area. Just the tip of this pencil is a huge area. So I'm taking it slow. When I see the pendant start moving, I stop. So just before the bend, no, that's a no. That's no. This is no. Lost treasure. Or is it because I said just before the bend? Lost treasure in this area before the bend of the road on the map. Near the bend. Okay, it's near the bend, not before the bend. Getting cussed. I apologize. Thank you. All right. So we'll come up just a little bit more. And everything stands still. And we got, oh, jump back over here. Maybe. there's a maybe right there. So when the route divides from Marbleton to Labarge, going down to Labarge, just a little ways down the road, there's a little bend. And that's where it's hitting at. So now this one right here that you guys are seeing me hit on right here between the Cokeville and the Labarge breakoffs, I've dowsed that one several times actually. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Alright, so this one right here, I have dowsed this one multiple times. So let me put the lead out and then I'll back up just a little bit so you guys can see a little bit more. Okay, so it hits right here about the middle. So it's past the Cokeville Junction, and it's before you climb to the top of the mountain, we'll put it that way. Anyway, so it's somewhere right here in the middle, and I've gone out multiple times looking for this one. So there was one time when I dowsed this particular piece that, so what was it? I believe, you know what? Yeah. So yeah, there was quite a few different, there was a story that kind of came into my mind as I was doing it because Spirit was talking to me too. And so it was like a lost, it was like a wagon train, like treasure. No, that's a different one. That's a different one. I know that's a different one I'm thinking of. So, but this one, like that one was hitting pretty damn hard. So that's, when it hits hard, it's generally a pretty good, the stronger the yes, the stronger the no, or the stronger the yes, the more, the stronger, the whole thing is. Anyway, that's not coming out right. Anywho, let's turn you guys around. So, y'all, that's dowsing. It's pendant dowsing. So you can just use it to ask yes or no questions. I use it quite often for that. So I'll be like, okay, so I've got this going on. Is this a good idea? Or is this really what I want to do? Is this setting me up in the right path? Let's turn that off. Like, is it keeping me on my right path and things like that? And there, now my hair is like beep, blip, blip. No, hey, guys, seriously, like I'm truly like in love with my hair. Like since I've dyed it, it's amazing. It's amazing. Even when it's a mess, it still looks good. Like I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm just saying. And on top of it, like my hair is starting to get thicker and it's growing. Like I've got roots, guys. Seriously, like I've got roots showing, and my hair doesn't grow. Like my hair generally grows about an inch, maybe in a year, and I've damn near got like a half-inch hair growth in a month. That's freaking amazing. That's a half a hair. That's a half of a year's hair growth in a month. That's pretty extraordinary. And like it feels better. It just feels healthier. That's so weird. Like this is like just since I've dyed it. And like generally dyeing your hair it does not improve your hair. It's kind of can be a little harsh on your hair. But like my hair is not falling out as much. Like I have super thin and fine hair and my hair feels like coarser. It feels coarser. I don't know how to explain it. Like it's heavier, it's coarser, it's thicker. It's awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, the amazing things that happen when you change your perception and your dedication on things is really cool. So, I'm just saying, improve one area of your life and you'll find that it improves all areas of your life. Like I dyed my hair to improve my own self-respect, basically. I did this as a celebration for what I was accomplishing and all the amazing things. Um, so, but as an effect, not only did it make me feel amazing, feel great, but it was a massive boost in self-confidence. It just made me feel good in my own skin. No, like it's kind of like the jewelry and all the fun things. It does. It just makes me feel good in my own skin. And when you feel good in your own skin, then it actually improves your health and then improves your attitude and improves your mental focus and improves your heart and all like your emotional care and the more you have that going on, then it improves your spiritual health. Then it just it's just awesome. And the better you feel, the better your family feels. Because, if mama's happy, then everybody's happy. Let's just say it that way. If mama's not happy, nobody's happy. And honestly, the same thing can be said about daddy. It's not just mommy, it's daddy too. So seriously, daddy's not happy, nobody's happy. Daddy's happy, everybody happy. So, energy is contagious, guys. It just is. Anyhow, so if you're going to be dowsing, if you're going to use this for like looking for lost treasure or anything like that, this is a great way to do that. Okay, I'm just saying it's a great way to do that. And it's really fun too. So if I were to continue doing this, it's actually really kind of okay when I'm doing these things myself, guys. It's a little complicated because I'm trying to do the thing, but I can't see the camera. And then if I can't see the camera, then I don't generally have you guys in the right place. And it is what it is. It just is what it is. Yeah. All right. Anywho, it's guys, my brain's like yeah, it is. It is. Okay. So when you're doing this kind of a map dowsing, just remember you need to ask questions that you know the answer for absolute certain before you do it. Now that is just one way to do your map dowsing. And then you actually seen me fall into one of the other way. Well, I started off showing you just full on pendant dowsing, where you very carefully move the pendant across the paper. However, when you're doing that, you got to be careful that you're not moving the pendant, okay? That's one reason why I like this chart, because it just twists, so there's no like jog. It's just boop, 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 boop. And then I can just slowly move my arm forwards or backwards as I need to in order to cover the map. But you have to ask questions that you already know for an actual fact. Like, where's Riverton? Where's Casper? Where's Afton? Is it snowy there? Like, do they have snow? Like, we've got several feet of it out there, okay? I'm not actually complaining about this winter. It's been a pretty awesome winter. So it's been a really mellow winter, actually. Extremely mellow. I'm not complaining. Like, we've had some serious snowfalls, but all in all, this has been a rather pleasant winter. I'm just saying. Been cold. That is one thing. You prefer the snow over the cold sometimes, because at least when it's snowing, it's warm. At least it's warm outside. When it's foggy outside, that's like, hold on to your ass and like pray it doesn't freeze off before you get to where you're going. Like, don't blink while you're driving because your eyes might like freeze shut. Okay, it's not that bad, but I'm exaggerating. But it's cold. It's really cold when it's foggy out here. So that's a bone chilling cold. That does not go away. That's you step outside and you go to take a breath and it like instantly freezes the moisture crystals in your throat, and then you instantly begin coughing because you're literally coughing up. You're literally like, your throat's being tickled by actual miniature crystal, like ice crystals that are like forming as you breathe. Like, you're breathing. The tickle is too much. Can't handle the tickle. Or it like instantly like freezes the air like in your lungs, and it's just like, I can't breathe, it's too cold. I'm just saying. All right, so you can ask questions like, is it snowing there? Is the weather good? Is the weather bad? Is there a storm rolling in? You can ask a whole bunch of questions. You can sit there and ask questions till the cows come home. But remember to every now and then check back in and be asking questions that you know the answer to already. So, like, is the road open right now? Oh, hell no, it's not. And not unless you're going to take a snowmobile up there, and then you're not going to be able to find it anyway because it's going to be buried under several feet of snow. Like, Commissary gets a lot of snow, guys. And you're getting up there towards Commissary at that point. So, yeah. I don't even know if this map is so little, guys. Like, I'm like, my old granny side's starting to come out in me because I can't even, like, see, like, a lot of it. It's such a small detail area. Anywho, so that's actually why you want bigger maps if you're going to be doing map dowsing. So it doesn't matter if you're doing map dowsing or if you are doing rod dowsing or if you're doing body dowsing or if you're doing pendant dowsing, if you're doing finger dowsing. So it doesn't matter which finger you use. You can do it that way. You can even use your tongue. You can use anything. Okay? So if you're going to be doing finger dowsing, things like that, this is a yes. If it doesn't break, it's a yes. If it's a no, it'll break. I'm better doing it with my middle finger. It just lines up a little better. Like this, like actually kind of like stretches the muscles and the tendons like down my arm. It actually kind of hurts. So I do it this way. And if you want to learn more about that, I have a YouTube video that actually goes through the details of doing that. And I didn't run off track on that one. So, just saying. Okay. Well, guys, I gotta get going. And, yeah. So, next week, let's see. What do we want to do in class next week? Do we want to pull down my bottles? Do we want to play with old bottles? Can we talk about old bottles next week? Maybe. So let me know. Like I'll drop a thing, especially out into our group. What do you guys want to talk about next week? Do you guys want to, what class do you want next week? So we can, next week I'm feeling fossils or I'm feeling bottles. And maybe even going a little bit into like antiquing. We could do a little antiquing. Like, so with that, with the antiquing and the bottles, what that would entail is the actual research that goes into identifying the makes and the companies and all of the things that go into that. And finding like retail values and yeah. That gets interesting. So interesting enough, if you find something in auction and it sells for this great big, and like the price is going up and up, and like they're asking for so much and all these things, and you're just like, holy crap, that's like way too much. The way that the value for antiques is actually established is, yes, through auctions, but it's also through websites and through personal selling, things like that, and through museums, all those fun things. But it's actually based off of what the last time an item like that, as close to condition as possible, actually sold for. Not the asking price, but what did it actually sell for? Yeah. So yeah, we could do that one. That could be cool. We can dig into our fossils. Like, the fossils are so cool up here, guys. Seriously. They're just cool. Love them. Seriously, guys. If you haven't gone and checked out some of our fossils, you should do that. Like, how freaking cool is that? So this is actually some cedar, some reclaimed cedar that this is on. And so, yeah, that's so cool. And this gives it so much more stability, guys. Like, these were really kind of tippy when I got them. So that's why I fixed them. And I love how the back is raw. It's not polished. It's just rough cut. And then the front, they have like this, it's so gorgeous. So gorgeous. All of that hiding in the rough. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. So these are orthoceras. So this is an orthoceras sculpture on natural cedar, on a natural reclaimed cedar wood base. And this comes out of the Moroccan mountains that used to be an ancient ocean. So what is it? It's like I don't remember how old it is. I don't remember. Anyway, it existed when bugs were giants, like before the dinosaurs and stuff. So it's been a hot minute. All right, guys. See you later. I gotta get back to my family, and yeah. Let me know what you want to do next week. We can do antiques, bottles, fossils, or we can do more dowsing. No, let me know. We can go into the metaphysical energies of like rocks and crystals. So it'll be isolated to the rocks and crystals I have like available that I can just pull out. But yeah, so we can go into all of that. So it's really cool. Like, this is Nevada chalcedony, but this is also a geode. but it's got the quartz crystals in here. Let's see if I can get it to focus on that. Like, look how freaking pretty that is. Oh, so pretty. So I love it because it looks like teeth. Like the crystals look like teeth. They're like, like, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. But yeah, these are beautiful citron crystals that are like in here. And this is a chalcedony. This is chalcedony that's around it. This is Nevada chalcedony. But in this particular case, it would be considered an agate. But I love just the soft, creamy, like just super soft, creamy pink color that the stone has. This is my own personal stone. Nobody can have this. I just love it. But energy packed. Oh, yeah, energy focusing and like calming. So when there's things going on, you're able to remain clear-headed and to think your way through it. As long as you've had sleep, I'm just saying. But yeah, it's really great. So chalcedony, often mispronounced as chalcedony, is the stone of brotherhood. It's a stone that has been sought after by kings and queens for thousands of years. In fact, chalcedony was first listed as a precious gemstone by King Solomon himself because of its ability to foster brotherhood. Make peace, make love with your brothers, not war. So, anyway, then like we've got this awesome thunder egg from Ralph, and like I swear it was Ralph that gave this to me. Yeah, it was Ralph. Ralph. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's so cool. Oh, I love this moss. Like it is. It's this awesome moss. But like all of these have a different. One second. All of these have a different energy. So like this is an old clam that we found. And like this is just our personal.
Could I see?
So hang on 1 second. Can I finish showing it to him? But like I love it. Like how freaking cool is that? So you've got the outline of the actual like belt. You have the outline of the actual like insides of it, and then you've got the remaining shell all the way around. And if it had a little more shell, you would actually see the iridescence of the shell itself, but most of it has gone away. There's only a little bit of the actual shell itself remaining. So like here's a little piece right there. So it's just the inner casting of the shell that remains. Yeah. So each one of these have their own unique energies and all that fun stuff. So, and that varies depending on how much moisture was in the ground during the petrification and the formation, and it also varies depending on the minerals that were in the ground. Yes.
Is it a clam?
Yes, it was.
We found it at the beach.
I don't remember where we found this one.
I think our grandpa found it at.
No, we found this one.
At the beach.
I don't know where we found it. I have no idea where we found this one. I really don't know.
Look.
I almost want to say we found that somewhere around Home Rock. I think that was around Home Rock. Yes, Belsies, I see.
You could see where it is on its back.
I could, but that's British Columbia. That's Calgary. That's Calgary.
Is this town?
It's more than a town. It's like a whole state. It's a province. That would be Edmund. I don't know. Okay, enough. All right, guys. I'm gonna say see ya. It's been a pleasure hanging out with you. Let me know what you want to talk about next week. What you want to learn about, and yeah, I'm gonna go like just chill and like blow out for a little while before my other obligations come up. I don't pull in that. It doesn't come over any further. Can you bring it back that way so it doesn't fall? It's gonna fall. Take it. No, fell. Take it back. I'm gonna move the stand back. Hey, too far. Too far. Closer to the table. It's gonna tip over. Back. Okay, thank you. That's good. Oh my god. Do not break my only remaining ring light. Nope. Okay, no more. Yeah, guys, like, I have one ring light left, and I have to have it in order to do the photos for my jewelry. Like, put the incense back. All right, guys. I'll see you later. I gotta go take care of, like, everything else.
I'm making the office.
Yep. So, make sure you swing over to millartistry.com, my website, and check out all the awesome stuff that we have over there. And if you want to know about our next lives and different events that are happening, go check it out, because I have the event, the announcements and the event page right there, just a little bit down on the screen. So, okay, we'll see you later, guys. Bye.
Not gonna lie.